Everybody, and welcome to my video today. I'm going to do a video based on learned helplessness. Now, you might have not heard of the term, but I'll just give you a brief definition. So basically, learned helplessness is when you actively do something and try again, and you feel like you're not getting anywhere, or you see yourself in like a society whereby people are getting things done really easily, and then you're there working and you're not getting anywhere. It's a distortion of the mind in terms of you're working it so hard, but you're not actually getting to the end destination. And a bit of background about myself: I've suffered from learned helplessness several times. One major incident was when I was at university, and second year focus was on getting a placement, and it's what I really wanted. I really worked so hard to get a placement, and I worked hard within the application, worked hard in terms of reviewing what kind of job roles were out there, what kind of companies I want to work for, what kind of job roles. And I ended up trying and failing loads of times for about 12 months. I didn't think I was going to get a placement. I really didn't. And it was heartbreaking. I tried so hard. I made connections, and I even spent more time trying to get a placement than I did trying to work on my university degree. And I ended up suffering from severe depression and just ended up feeling like a failure. Although I did actually get a placement in the end, which was a good thing. And I'm saying this in a context for those of you who are looking to enter UX and are looking for your first UX role. And you may be going through that same process whereby you're working hard for the applications and you're working hard in the interview process and you're still not getting anywhere. And you see other people who have easily glided into their first UX role. Um, and it's hard because you're always comparing yourself. You feel like a failure. You feel like you're not good enough. You're not working hard enough towards that role, or you're just not good enough. And I like to tell you that is completely and utter rubbish. You are good enough. You might have not just got the company fit. You might not got the right skill set. You might not. They might have not time to train you, or it might just not be a great fit for you. And it's hard, and it can be definitely for your first role. It can be very disheartening when you don't get where you want to. But I want to give you confidence to say keep trying. And I'd like to give you some advice in terms of if you do suffer from that and you've been trying and trying to get a role within UX and you've not got anywhere. Just want to give you some advice. So number one is take a step back. Now you think, oh, this is quite counterintuitive. So you're saying to me, Sam, I need to step back from that situation and actually stop applying. I wouldn't say stop applying, but reduce the amount of time you do for applications, because it can, when you're focused so much on on getting to that end goal, you don't see the wider picture. You miss out on opportunities to grow. You miss out on opportunities for friendships. You miss out on opportunities just to live a life and step back from the situation, because then it gives you a chance to reflect on what's going right and what's going wrong and what you need to improve on next. And I think that reflection piece is really important because it helps you with direction in terms of you have this retrospective of what is going on, and you can take time to sort of reflect on what you think you improve on next and give you that extra edge in terms of improvements going forward. So that'd be my advice, number one. Number two is immerse yourself in stuff you enjoy. Again, it might be sound counterproductive, but hear me out. It kind of gives you an edge in terms of job role and also gives you a personality within your job role. Now, when I've applied for my first job role, what made me stand out was the fact that I did public speaking on the side, and I got involved with events doing public speaking in a realm that might be deemed as too highbrow or might not be at that same stage. And that helped in terms of defining where I want to go. And it kind of gives me an aspect in terms of the things I enjoy, because the things you enjoy can actually reflect back onto your work life and where you want to go within a company. So, for example, Myself, I work for market research, which is great because it gives me an edge for creating user research using this technology. But then I can reflect on other bits of my personality. So, for example, I'm starting to volunteer part time, very part time, at the Imperial War Museum in London. So I love history, so I can immerse that within my job role. It gives me personality. Um, get involved with doing public speaking within the tech realm with the Aspiring Speaker Group. Also involved with doing personal development and get involved. I'm coached. I love cooking, and I am also immersed within health and fitness. So I do yoga, I do running, I do spinning. You get the idea. The whole that encompasses who you are and what you enjoy, and you can put that into your job role. Feeding on for that, you can take those elements, what you enjoy and what you like, and actually filter down what you want from a company. And that gives it real focus within your application because it will show your authenticity. You're not just applying for a job role because you want a job role, you're doing it because you're immersed within that field. It also makes you want to learn more about that area, and you'll immerse yourself within a job role that you'll enjoy. So really think about that. Write down like say 3 or 4 things that you enjoy on the side, and also think about what kind of size company do you want to work for. If you're entrepreneurial, think about a startup rather than big company. If you want to learn and grow within processes and want to be within a particular industry, think about a corporation. Where do you want to work? Okay, kind of have that in mind. And then I'm going to leapfrog to that. And actually, this advice I took from LinkedIn. I can't remember the video, but and it's something that resonated with me as well because you want to write down what you want to enjoy, what you want from a job role. Write down 3 or 4 companies that kind of hit that criteria and write to them. See if they got any positions. You can't go wrong in terms of actually being open and honest, saying, I'm looking for your company and this is why I think you're a good fit. And look at ways of slightly integrating your skill set through saying, oh, I've seen your app, but I think as a user of this experience, this could change from this, that, and the other. Then it gives you an upper edge in terms of you've understood the company, you've understood the job role, you've understood what the kind of pain points it is going for a user. So really emphasize that and make sure that you really show your enthusiasm because it's all about being authentic and it's all about immersing yourself. And then I suppose the final advice would be just to, I know, just keep learning about the subject area. Because no matter how much you try to apply for job roles, you're missing out on opportunities to grow your own personal brand and portfolio through growth. Just take the time out just to learn a particular area you think you're weak on and just learn to grow and develop within that. So it might be wireframing, might be research. Just take some, not even a case study, just have a go at practicing your skill set because you can take those blocks and integrate them when you have a job role. So as much as it's great doing a case study where you quickly fast forward for each one, just learn to grow incrementally those skill sets. So with that in mind, although learned helplessness can come in anytime it's explained, but particularly within trying to get a role for UX, you may think, oh my gosh, I'm not getting a job, I've applied and applied and applied. Don't worry, there is a lot of noise about, oh, it's a competitive market to get into. Every market is competitive to get into, and it's still possible to get a job role. Remember that. Every role would be deemed as competitive, no matter what. But find a way where you feel you can be authentic. Find job roles in industries you enjoy to bring much personality within your application. Take time out, enjoy things that that may disrupt that feeling of learned helplessness, and just keep growing and learning in this field because there is a lot of learning and it's just keeping the wheels in motion for this. If it's the industry you want to be in, you will 100% smash it with this advice. So hopefully I've given you some encouragement into learned helplessness within applying for UX roles. and it's given you some positivity. Think, yes, I can smash this. So, on that note, have a great day, keep smiling, and I shall speak to you guys soon. Ciao for now.